Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our weekly art-based meditation brought to you by the National Museum of Asian Art. I'm Demi Mohammed, the museum's public programs coordinator, and I'm thankful that you've chosen to take this time to share with us. Today's meditation will be led by Phil as we focus on a painting from our new exhibition, A Splendid Land, Paintings in Royal Udaipur. This beautiful painting from a Ramayana depicts Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita in the Chitrakuta forest. Again, we thank you for joining us, and I'll pass it to Phil to get us started.
Well, welcome, everybody. It's lovely to see you here today. I've got a question. If you could be transported right now to any place on Earth, where would you go? If you could go anywhere on the planet at this moment, where would you go? And why would you choose that spot? Is it a choice of necessity or one of deep desire or delight, perhaps? Hey, everybody. My name is Philip Bender, and I am so glad to join you for today's meditation and to take a close look at a work of art from the collection of the Smithsonian's National Museum of Asian Art. This is the third Friday in a row that we've highlighted works from the new exhibit, Splendid Land, Paintings from Royal Udaipur. And that exhibit runs through May 14th, 2023. The quite splendid and evocative work we'll be looking at comes from the royal workshops of Udaipur in the state of Rajasthan in northwest India. Dates back to the late 17th century, maybe 1680, 1690. As Demi mentioned, the work is called Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita Walking on the Path to Chitrakuta. It's a small painting, watercolor and gold on paper, depicting a scene from the great Indian epic, the Ramayana. Now, I'll just say a few more words about this. And it's at this point in the epic tale, Prince Rama has been exiled along with his consort Sita and his brother Lakshmana. Homeless and carrying nothing but essentials, they have been searching for a place to live when they encounter the forest of Chitrakuta. Will this be a good place to live? Will this be worth their time? Well, we'll find out shortly. But for the time being, let's get out of our heads a bit and into the body, prepare ourselves to be open, maybe even delighted by this work. If any aspect of our practice seems inaccessible, just relax and see if you can stay with the breath. All right, so let's get settled, getting comfortable, preparing your seat. If you're lying down, that's just fine. But do what you need to do to feel stable, settled, and a little bit more relaxed. Meditation, in part, we're on this journey to be relaxed and aware. So preparing the seat for that is important. Allowing for a gentle, tall spine if you're oriented that way, or resting back into your chair if that's appropriate for you. Now, to help us be more acclimated to the body, let's activate it a bit. So I encourage you now to just create a little firmness in your right hand, right arm. And we might do that as we inhale. So inhaling, creating a gentle tension in the right arm. And as you exhale, let go of that tension. And do that again, inhaling, generating a bit of firming in the right arm, right hand. Exhaling, letting go. Maybe that hand rests comfortably on your thigh or in your lap. And let's do the same with the left hand and arm. So inhaling, generating a little bit of tension. Exhaling, relaxing, left hand, left arm. And again, inhaling, activating the muscles of left hand, left arm, holding, and letting go. Resting that hand perhaps on your thigh or in your lap. And allow the sensations of release to come. Just noticing how the body communicates to conscious awareness what's going on. Now gently activate both arms, both hands at the same time as you inhale. And exhale, soften. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, activating. Exhaling, relaxing. Once more. As you release the tension, closing the eyes for a moment, feel into the sensation of release and into that space between the arms. Get a sense of the belly. The chest. And the face. These very responsive regions of the body, right at our center. Now, before we look at the image, let's prepare this central part of our body. Initially opening the eyes. And while you open the eyes, let them be soft, as if to look out the bottom third or bottom half of your eyes. So your gaze is relaxed, eyelids kind of heavy. And notice how your experience shifts just through that slight adjustment of the eyes. Now notice your mouth. Soften the lips and relax the jaw. And see if you can bring a subtle upturn to the corners of the mouth. The slightest hint of a smile arriving to your face. So the gaze is soft, our vision relatively quiet, expansive, a hint of a smile on the mouth. Now let's bring forward a simple breath and gesture to integrate visual perception, delight, and the seeing heart. Hands to the heart, please. And with an inhalation, open one hand wide. Exhale, return. Inhale, the other hand open. Exhale, return. Inhale, both. And exhale, return. Let's do this again. Inhaling, opening one hand. Exhaling. The other hand. And both. Let's do 2 more full rounds of this gesture. Opening the heart space into our visual field. Opening ourselves to new experience. One more round. And eventually we'll meet with both hands open, pausing for just a moment. Field of the heart, meeting the space of the room. Meeting the visual field. And rest the hands. Now I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and rest in stillness. As you continue to rest, notice how mind, the brain, can relax into the spaciousness of the heart. Meeting it as if to take in what the heart knows. Good. Then very gently open the eyes. And allowing your gaze to continue to be soft, just wordlessly take in the whole image as it shows itself to you right now. Notice what comes to you first. Now let's take a closer look at these three figures to the right. We have Prince Rama in blue, an incarnation of the god Vishnu. Next to him, his brother Lakshmana. And to the right, Sita, consort of Prince Rama. Let's look more closely at Prince Rama. The soft eyes. A slight upturn of the corners of the mouth. Smile. And the arms open wide. What might Prince Rama be saying to his companions, knowing that they've been searching for a place to call home, with little with them except what they now carry? What might Prince Rama be saying about this environment that they find themselves in? Let's look around and see what they see. Near their feet, a stream runs through Chitrakuta. Along its banks, you see deer. Standing in the waters, cranes. While we continue to look together, notice what comes forward for you. Sights, sounds, maybe fragrances. Take a closer look at these trees. And the occupants of these trees. Why might there be so many pairs of birds, animals? What might that say about this place and its potential? Back up a little bit. Again, taking in the trees. Moving a bit more to the right. Great variety of birds, vegetation in this forest. Let's take a moment to return to these three figures, taking a little closer look at their clothing, their adornments. First with Sita. Her fine cotton clothing revealing transparent quality. You can see through this top layer to her shoulder. She carries very little except what she wears. And same with Lakshmana. Bare-chested, a deer skin wrapped around his waist, a bow slung over his shoulder. Arrows, a sword or dagger, and a shield. And Prince Rama, similarly, while royal, he does have his crown, just like his brother. He has little else but his bow and arrows, his weapons, devices with which he might hunt in this forest. Now let's continue to feel into this painting, but placing our attention into Prince Rama's hand, as if we could rest our gaze right there in his palm. And as you rest your attention there, allow your visual field to be open, your heart available as well. So we back out and see what might Prince Rama be exclaiming about this view. What delights him? What delights you? Now, in the Ramayana itself, we have a passage about this forest. As Prince Rama addresses his consort Sita, the lotus-eyed, he says, "Look round thee, dear, each flowery tree touched with the fire of morning see. The kinsuk, now the frosts are fled. how glorious with his wreaths of red. The bell trees see so loved of men, hanging their boughs in every glen. Overburdened with their fruit and flowers, a plenteous store of food is ours. And then addressing his brother Lakshmana, he says, see, Lakshmana, in the leafy trees, where they make their home, down hangs the work of laboring bees, the ponderous honeycomb. The glorious Chitrakuta see, his peaks are in the cloud. O brother, in that holy shade, how happy shall we be? Now I will stop the share to close our practice. And invite you in closing to consider an opportunity we might have as individuals, as a community, to delight in our environs, to delight in nature, looking, listening with our heart mind, the kind of attention that doesn't separate but rather joins together us with our environment. My friends, to close, I invite you to place one hand on the heart, the other hand on top, and to bow to one another in peace, peace, peace.